Hey weirdos, welcome back. I'm so excited you're here today. I have a video that I know you're going to be excited about for two reasons. One, I'm going to show you how I do my peel base. I did post a very short, actually a more in-depth video of this in my Facebook group, but I'm going to show you how I do it. A little bit in a sped up version maybe. So of course you always want to prep your nails, get rid of your cuticle and all that stuff. And if you're using peel base, this is not like the biggest deal in the world because you're intending for your nails to pop off. However, I find that any cuticle on the nail plate is going to make for an uneven type cuticle area. You know, if there's anything on there, the dip's not going to lay flat and it's just going to be weird. So do yourself a favor, prep up your nails. I push back my cuticles. I take a gentle file. This is a 150 grit file. And with no pressure, I'm just going to file off any of that dead junk that I just pushed around a little bit. I'm going to do that to all my nails. Then I'm going to show you how I apply my peel base and what I do. In addition to peel base, what I've got for you is my awareness video, part 2.0, I guess. This is going to be my single person's awareness video in honor of the upcoming holiday known as Valentine's Day, where people like me don't really care about it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like a cynic or anything. I've never been a real big believer in Valentine's Day. I mean, it's cute, you know, it's a day to be all lovey and dovey and that kind of stuff. I am more of a fan of showing that kind of gratitude and adoration towards the people you care about, whether it's a significant other, your children, your friends, whatever. Show them that every day. Why does there need to be a holiday for it? I don't know. Unpopular opinion, I know. I'm used to it. So this is my peel off base coat that I use most often. It's UNT. I get it on Amazon. I have used Mani Boss peel base twice now, and I love it. It's very, very similar to UNT, so if you like UNT, you'll like the Mani Boss. Mani Boss is actually a little bit cheaper. I'll link both in the description box for you so you can pick up either one, but they perform literally the same. I would recommend either one. So I take a little dollop on the bottom of the brush, I wipe off one side clean and leave just a bead on the end, and I apply that just shy of my skin. I leave a margin, and I'll tell you why. Because when I go to apply my dip base, I want my dip base to slightly overlap the peel base. That way it creates a little bit of a seal. And I will cap my free edge when I do my second color dip and my clear dip. That way I have a nice barrier. It's not as likely to pop off within a day or two because that's normally what happens. I'm telling you, I know I've said this before, sometimes I would do peel base before I started capping my edge and overlapping and stuff. And I would be mid-file in the same mani, and it would pop off, and I'm like, well, this is not going to work. So this has been my go-to method for applying peel base, and with this technique, I'll say, I personally can get 5 to 6 days out of a mani without them popping off. Do I have lifting? Yes, 100%. I don't worry so much about lifting because I do have builder gel on my nails. That's my protective barrier from everything. If you're not using builder gel or any kind of overlay on your natural nail, I would be a little concerned with lifting. You don't want to get greenies. Those are gross and nasty and nobody wants them. But this has been working for me really, really well. I would highly recommend this technique if this is the kind of stuff you want to do. If you're not like, and I need 2 weeks out of my mani person, this is a good bet. If you do, you're going to have to stick with acetone. I'm sorry. Mani on my left hand, as you saw, will be up in the cards. That was the last mani I did. This is going to be all about 10 by Tina. She was so sweet and kind and sent over a bunch of her dips for me to try again. I have tried her in the past. I'll leave my last review up in the cards somewhere for you guys. But she has a bunch of new colors that I fell absolutely in love with. I couldn't wait to use them, and I thought they were perfect for this mani. I am calling this mani, and you'll see why here in a minute. This is my Jaded Heart mani. And that's because when you see this particular color on my nails when they're done, it kind of reminded me a lot of jade, like a jade stone. So this is my Jaded Heart mani. Perfect for anti-Valentine's Day, right? Do you guys have like Valentine's Day traditions? I don't. I mean, I get Valentine's for my kids every single year. We don't really do a whole lot other than our normal stuff, but I always like to do something nice for my kids. And, you know, I'll send little cute texts or whatever to my friends and my family and stuff. But other than that, I've never really been a You heard, not a big V-Day fan. If you have like some sort of a V-Day tradition, whether it's with your significant other or your friends or your kids or whoever, let me know down below what your favorite V-Day or your usual V-Day tradition is. What you guys do, what you guys like, what you expect. I don't know. Do you get mad if no one does anything? Hey, I judge not. I can't sit here and, what am I going to do? I have my own things, and you guys don't judge me most of the time, which I appreciate. I would never judge you guys. So feel free to leave a comment and let me know. But considering this is my second awareness video of the month, I did do a little bit of research, and I found some interesting little factoids that I'm going to share with you guys, even though you didn't ask, per usual. So from the research that I did, there are approximately, and this was based on 2020 statistics, so it's not 100% current, but I did find that there are approximately 110 million single people over the age of 18 in the United States, which equates to approximately 48%, which means over the age of 18, half of us are single. I'm one of them, by the way. And when I hear things like that, you gotta wonder, why is it so hard for people to meet other people? I mean, it's different in a pandemic, right? It's super different. I mean, I don't go anywhere. I literally don't. I work from home. I go to school from home. I go out to grocery shop. And maybe that's my own fault, because I'm trying to be careful. I'm still trying to be socially distant. I'm trying to follow rules. I wear a mask all the time, and I only go to the grocery store. And believe, when I go to the grocery store, I'm in my traditional Marlakris uniform, which consists of normally sweatpants, flip-flops, and a t-shirt. Maybe a hoodie if it's cold out. So I'm not trying to attract anyone. Meeting people is just not in the cards right now. You know what? I'm okay with that. Between work and school and the kids and the cats and YouTube and the stuff, I have plenty going on. I need for nothing else. If you're single, comment down below and let me know what your dating life has been like during quarantine, because I'd be curious. I'm curious to see what you guys are doing if you are on the prowl in the market trying to find somebody to human with. Dying to know. Should we talk about nails? You know me, off on a tangent. So her powders, I knew from day one, they're awesome. I loved him. This is a Canadian company, by the way. I'll leave all her info in the box. Her powders are great. She did send me over her liquids to try, and I'm super impressed with this base. I had zero issues with the base whatsoever. It's very thin, yet it doesn't flood, which I very much appreciate. Super, super a lot. Oh, and the one thing that I messaged her about as soon as I was done with her liquids, I finished the mani, messaged her on Instagram immediately, and I was like, bro, your brushes. I was jaw dropped over the brushes on her liquids. I don't know if you guys could notice. Keep an eye on the application as I go. These brushes, they look super skinny, right? They're super slim, and you can get into your sidewalls and everything close to your cuticle, whatever. But when you need them to fan out, you can literally cover your entire nail with this brush when it's fanned out. The fan is crazy. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what magician or sorceress person did to come up with this, but the brushes are phenomenal. And I'm a little bit picky about brushes. I've used some that I didn't like. I love Triple Vitamin, you guys know. Love Virgo and Gem. I haven't used them in a while, but I probably should. I have to rotate my liquids. I've been on a a Triple Vitamin kick lately. I will be using the 10 by Tina dip base pretty frequently because I really do like it. I didn't find, at least, that I needed to do a third dip at all. 2 dips were completely perfect for the application that I wanted to do. The powders are not super opaque, not the jade one at least. It had a little bit of a beach glass feel to it. Matter of fact, I had considered doing a matte finish on it. I didn't, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. But wait till you see the depth of those flakes, and they are raw metal. I believe these are aluminum. It's like molten aluminum in flake form. So stinking gorgeous. It almost looks like river rocks when they're layered on top of each other. You guys will see. You will see. You will see. I don't want to spoil it, but they're stunning. And yes, they do ship to the US, clearly, because they arrived at my house perfectly fine and in record time, which is super weird. Like, her and I were chatting when she sent them over to me, and with all this stuff going on recently with USPS and UPS and FedEx and all the shipping issues, I'm like, I'll expect it sometime in like 2023, you know? This got to me quicker than local mail gets to me. I don't know how it happens. Super weird, but I'm glad it came. I'm glad it showed up quickly because I was so excited to use it. I filmed this a while ago. I did pre-record this, but I remember. You ever have a mani that just like sticks with you? Like, you look back on it and you're like, oh, that was a good one. This one I loved. My Jaded Heart mani. You guys will have to let me know what you think. And wait till you see the next color I'm putting on. I wanted to do something dark because you guys know black is the color of my soul. So I wanted to do something dark, and the next color is absolutely Stun City. I don't know if you're going to be able to completely embrace the beauty of it because cameras suck sometimes and you can't pick up the subtle glitter that is in this like really deep charcoal gray, almost black color, but it's so stunning. And I thought it was a nice contrast to the very light jade color that I have on right now. You guys will see. We will see. So I'm capping in clear per usual, and like I mentioned earlier, I am capping my free edge, and that will seal in my mani. I am going to file a little bit, but that's why I do 2 dips where I cap my free edge, my second color, and then my clear. That way I have that wiggle room. And you know what? Even if you're not using peel base, I would highly recommend doing that because that will prevent you from taking up too much length when you go to file. If you're one of those people that just file your little heart out and realize when you're done that you've lost half your nail, this is a good trick to make sure you don't take too much length off when you're filing. Highly recommend. Going over with my stiff bristled brush to get any excess clear off, and then I'm going to go ahead and activate. The 10 by Tina activator worked perfectly. I always do 2 layers of activator. That's just my personal habit. I've seen a lot of questions about that recently in my Facebook group, and while it may not be necessary per se, I've had experiences in the past where my activator kind of failed. I only did 1 layer of activator and I went to file, and I waited the appropriate amount of time, like 5 minutes or so, went to file, and it was not cured. It was chunking off all over the place, and it made me so sad because I had to literally redo that whole nail. So I just, from then on, proceeded with caution and did 2 rounds of activator, and I have never had a problem since then. So that's just my routine. Am I going to tell you you have to do that? I'm not going to tell you you have to do anything. They're your nails. You do what you want on them. But that's what works for me. Like I said, I'm not a DIYer. Nope, that's not true. I am a DIYer. I'm not a nail tech. That's what I'm not. Not a nail tech. I am not a nail anything. I have no license. I do DIY nails. I've been doing it for a couple of years. If you're new to my channel, hi. Hello, I'm Marlakris. That's what I do. But yeah, so like I say, usually take anything that I say with a grain because I know not what I talk about. That's kind of a lie. I kind of do, but what works for me may not work for you and vice versa. And if what you're doing works, ignore me completely, put me on mute, just watch. You're not going to hurt my feelings, I promise. See how gorgeous, gorgeous is this charcoal gray? I love it. The color of my soul. I'm going to let you guys watch. This is a very basic mani. I'm not doing any crazy art. I'm not doing anything nuts. I'm going to finish up on this. I'm going to get into a little bit of filing and buffing. I'll do 1 nail for you like I usually do. Let me know how you're feeling about filing. If you want me to do another like big file type tutorial sort of thing, let me know and I'll do that for you. I have 2 videos on filing and e-filing, but I can always do an updated one. Things change, you know? You learn things, you alter what you're doing, and I probably have. So if you're into that, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna go. And I will be back with you guys for probably top coat. I'll be back in a few. I know I said I'd come back for top coat, but I felt the need to hop in for anyone watching the filing portion of the video and just let you know, in case you can't see, I know it's a little blurry because of camera and ring light and stuff, but I do keep my speed on my e-file at about 8,000 RPM, especially on my dominant hand. Using my non-dominant hand, I'm not quite as comfortable, so I keep the speed lower. If I were using this with my dominant hand on my non-dominant hand, it would be probably between 9 and 10,000 RPM. This is a personal preference though. If you are new to an e-file, don't feel the need to go at rocket speed. You're only going to wind up hurting yourself. I speak from experience. Just so you know. This is the Melody Susie 2-in-1 dust collector and e-file, which I still love with my whole entire heart. Would recommend it 100% hands down. I do have it linked in the description box along with I think it's a 12% off discount code. So if you are in the market, definitely go check it out. I'm going to get into my finish filing as my buddies over at Young Nails, who still don't know who I am. Can you guys blow them up? Tell them to contact me. I can't get them to notice me. I feel so small. Anyway, getting into my finish filing. Just going to make sure everything is blended and smooth and nicely shaped. And then we're going to get into top coat. That's all I wanted to tell you. I was debating on asking it this question, but I know I have a pretty diverse group of weirdos in here. And especially considering we are weirdos, there has to be, in this group somewhere, someone with some sort of psychic ability. And if that's you, how would you feel about giving me a free love reading? I'm kidding, I'll pay you. But if you are one, or if you know somebody, hook a sister up. I've been super curious. I've only had this done like once in my life, and it was probably the worst experience I ever had. It was complete and total BS. The stuff this guy was spouting out, just horrible. But I've recently become just super curious about it. So if you know of anybody, definitely let me know or send them my way or drop me a comment if that's you. I can't believe I just said that. Anyway, okay, before I open my mouth any more than I should, I'm going to stop talking and let you finish watching me finish file, get my top coat on. I'll come back for my final thoughts. So here is my finished mani. I love this immensely with my whole entire heart. I love, love, love this aluminum dip. Oh my God. What do you guys think? Do you love it? I realize it may not be everyone's cup of tea, but it's 100% mine. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. And with the gray black too. Beautiful. I would absolutely recommend, if you're Canadian, Canadian, or if you're whoever else, 100% recommend 10 by Tina. Not only are her products amazing, but she is such a sweet human. And I really did love her dip base too. Super, super good. You're going to see me using that in the near future. 110%. I'm finishing up with my Candi Skin Care cuticle oil per usual. Still obsessed with the trio. I think it's available until February 28th, and then the trio will be retired. So grab it before it's gone forever. I'm so dramatic. Keep you posted on what I got coming up. I believe Monday, my next upload, I am doing a whole first impressions on Mani Boss. I know so many people have been dying to see it, so I've got that coming. Thursday is another new company, K-Dip, so you can look forward to that. Until then, have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I will see you in the next one. Love you, bye.